This is the age of good versus evil, the age of man versus beast. Everyone wants to enter a martial arts university and become the strongest man to protect the world. And I, Su Lai, have always been a candidate for the role of the strongest man. Wow, it's Su Li, number 1 of our class, so handsome. I didn't even expect to face unforeseen incidents before the high school entrance exam. 191.000. Why have I already passed 10,000 levels of Kai refinement, but I still can't lay the foundation? The Kai refinement has already reached 9,999 levels, already exceeding the benchmark measurement. Of the entire school, I'm the only one left in the Kai refining process. The other classes are basically already at the foundation formation stage. Once thought to be the strongest can become trash to society overnight. Ah ha ha, hardly anyone could imagine our number 1 becoming trash before the entrance exam. The fat guy and his friends laughed at the protagonist. Even Su Lai is still in the purification stage. What good is it to us that we are in the foundation stage? What? He's still in the Kai purification stage. That's impossible. But the arrival of evil forces always takes us by surprise. There's a new danger. Our school has just received word that there's a suspected Jormungand follower in this town. Everyone, code red, prepare for danger level 1. Unknown danger approaching. A bald man with glasses bent over a wounded woman trying to heal her. They say that lower creatures can never remove higher ones, and that's the rule of the world. But I don't believe it, because I've gone through 10,000 levels of Kai refinement. Buji City, Kaiyuan Old School. Rest Room 25. 99-100. The hooded guy was doing push-ups. A blue aura rose around the bracelet on his wrist. He pushed himself off the floor with his hands and got to his feet. Today, let's stop there. We need to try it again. Hopefully this time, something will make a difference. Detected. Su Lai's student is improving his Kai. Statistics are being compiled. 10, 90, 1000. Kai refining has already reached 9,999 levels. It has exceeded the control measurement limits. Error, really, again. It exploded again. The protagonist's clothes have disappeared above the waist. What the hell? After level 10, can you keep laying the groundwork? I'm already at level 9999. He looked at the broken bracelet in his hand. What time is it? It's not fake or defective. Su Li, what the hell are you practicing? What's with the explosions again? Open the door. Your time for privacy is over. Ah, Chief Lu Xing. Do you know how many times other students have complained to the teacher? A girl with her hair in 2 ponytails and a clipboard in her hand appeared. Do you know how many people I've stood up to for you this month? If it wasn't for me, after the first explosion in the shelter, it would have been over. The girl looked up in amazement. The pipes in front of her were collapsing and something was burning. What have you been practicing here? This is the 5th time the leveling device has exploded. So, what stage of perfection have you reached? Cleansing Kai. Cleansing. Everyone else has already reached the foundation stage, but you're still in the cleansing stage. What level? Level 10,000. You don't even know how to lie. All beginners know that there are only 10 levels of purification stage Kai, and above that is the foundation stage. The girl smiled. You know that we all need privacy to get into a good university. Next month, there will be an entrance exam for the martial arts university, and only students who have passed the foundation stage can register for the entrance exam. In other classes, almost everyone has already passed the foundation stage, but while we are protected, outside the school, the number of monsters is increasing every day. It has doubled since last year. According to experts, we are returning to the famine period, and this time it will last for at least 50 years. Once this period comes, the monsters will only become more ferocious, and their numbers will only increase. I'm afraid it will be difficult to deal with the current group of warriors alone. So starting from the entrance exam of our school, students will have twice as many resources as before until they enter the university, and the time to study at the university will be shortened to 3 years. And applying to the martial arts university this time will be futile. Got it. If there's nothing more to say, you can go. The girl puffed out her cheeks and turned away. Really? What the hell? Meanwhile, the guy clenched his teeth in anger and slammed his fist against the wall. There's only a month left. If I can't go to the foundation stage, I definitely won't be able to enter the martial arts university. And then his phone rang. It was messages from a girl. This martial arts forum. The teacher said that if there is something you don't understand, you can look there. Link to the martial arts forum site. The main character decided to leave a message on this site. War decision. Everyone else has moved on to the foundation stage after level 10, and I'm already at 10,000 level Kai purification. Why can't I advance to the next stage yet? Please help me with this question and clear all my doubts. 10 minutes later, 0 reactions, 6 hits. My post is a sensation. What's up? Maybe I'm the only one in the world who has encountered this problem. Until now, when you reach level 10 in GTA V, clearing C automatically creates a foundation. This is the current law of the cultivation world and cannot be changed, so there must be something wrong too. He drops the phone. I feel that the aura in my body is really intensifying. It's not concentrated in one point, it's like it's flowing all over my body. Is it possible? Am I a colander? Meanwhile, in the school announcements, teachers and students of the school, in 30 minutes there will be an assembly at the martial arts stadium. All the students ran somewhere. Move aside. Let the senior pass. Uncle Ben is only at 10% of his leg strength, and you can't chase me anymore. If you want to be admitted to martial arts class, you have to work hard. Suddenly, a fat guy runs around our protagonist and stands right in front of him, pointing his finger at him. Yo, isn't that former first place, Su Lai? You still look so cheesy. Oh, your name is Zhu, you're a no good. Zhu Tao. My name is Zhu Tao and I'm not stupid, remember that. Oh, I see, so what do you want from me, you fool? The main characters remembered how he beat up that fat guy's face in the past. Didn't you get enough last time? From the sidelines, someone said, this week, Zhu Tao has been looking for Su Lai to compete, but every time he loses. He's so restless, maybe he's just a masochist. The girls laughed at the fat guy. Fat, his face contorted in anger and his teeth gritted. Brother, I peeked at the seclusion report. This kid is still in the purification stage. He's still in the purification stage, but now let's see how brazen he is. Ah ha ha, hardly anyone could have imagined that our number one, before the entrance exams, would become trash. The fatty pointed his finger at him. Can't even build a foundation to lay the foundation again? Now you will be crushed by a person who are at the 3rd level of the foundation laying stage. This kid, in a month, went from the purification stage to the 3rd level of the foundation laying stage. What? Su Lai is in the Kai purification stage. That's impossible. It looks like this time, Zhu Tao will win this time. Everyone knows that this purification stage can never defeat the foundation stage. Ha, heard that? Strong always defeats weak. These are the rules of this world. Fatty was very angry. He remembered how in the past he was told to keep trying. Maybe in a few years, you will catch up to Su Lai. He was always compared to him. Even the girl he had confessed his love to in the past had said, sorry Zhu Tao, but I like Su Li better. I've been ignored by teachers, rejected by the girl I liked, and it's all because of you. Because of you I've suffered all this time. Maybe it's because you didn't try hard enough. What does that have to do with me? Su Lai threw his hand away. You. The fat man went up in flames. Su Li, pray you never see Uncle Ben again in your next life. This is the 3rd level of the laying stage. Powerful. A blue aura lit up around Su Lai. He tried to block the fat man. The vessels in the fat man's eyes burst, and he flew far into the wall, smashing through it. His friends ran up to him. Boss, brother, are you okay? Didn't they say that the cleansing stage can never surpass the laying stage? Then why did he suddenly fly away? Is it the power of our number one? Even the purification stage defeated the man of the laying stage. The girls were crazy about him. Hey, beat up a person avoided. I will go and report everything to the teacher. Su Lai put on his hood and silently walked away. There are witnesses all around. Su Li turned to the guys standing around. Did you see me beat him up? No, Joltalo flew off on his own. How can the purification phase defeat the laying phase? Maybe Zhu Tao hit himself and flew off. I'll go to the assembly first, and then maybe the teacher can answer my questions. Disciple Su Lai, I wish you good luck in the entrance exam. Let's try harder together from now on. Su Lai walked on the blue bridge in the sky leading to the portal. However, if the problem with the foundation stage is not solved, it is unlikely that I will be able to enter. The portal showed the training ground of Kaiyuan High School. The 100th Kaiyuan High School entrance ceremony has finally arrived. Hello, teacher. The bald teacher with glasses was the supervisor of the 3rd year group of the 3rd year of the high school. His name was Sun Huide. How was the month of seclusion? Faced with a small problem, Su Lai scratched his head. Let me see your progress during this time. Energy surged up around them. Breathing very dense, not that I, but even the principal is unable to do such an elementary thing at such a high level, but why is he still in the purification stage? The curator was shocked. Teacher, I heard that there was a major breakthrough in technology recently. Your hair, would you like to try to save it? Su Li pointed to the bald spot. Hey, brat, instead of worrying about me, you better worry about yourself first. He hit him in the face with a folder. The University of Martial Arts has already met you. There is only a month left before the exams begin. Now you must overcome the purification stage within 1 month and enter the foundation stage. Otherwise you will have to change your major. You don't need to worry so much, everything will sort itself out. After all, your future won't end here. He patted the protagonist on the shoulder. A point once the meeting is over, the realm test will begin. You can leave on your own by saying any reason. After all, they know your cultivation base. You don't need to tell them either. Teacher knows that you don't give up so easily. Tell me, what level of Kai refining are you at now? 10,000 level. The curator was shocked again. How much did you say? But suddenly something happened in the stadium and smoke could be seen. Hurry up, help, there is an injured person here. Su Li ran over there. The injury is very serious, looks like it was caused by someone at the peak of the grounding stage. The curator was treating a girl with glasses. At the peak of the grounding stage. Look quickly, something shone in the sky. It's the principal. Meanwhile, the school patrolmen were slacking off. I'm tired to death. I didn't sleep last night. Watch me, I'll take a nap. Hey, it's actually working hours. But don't worry, our Caillou in school is the strongest, nothing will happen. Behind him, a group of strong-looking guys could be seen through the glass. Are you students here? I haven't seen you before. Show your student cards. Another guard saw them and reprimanded them. A big guy with blonde hair broke the glass. Apparently they didn't teach you that power is a ticket to anywhere. He hit the guard so hard that he fell to the floor and everything cracked around him. This is not good, we have to report it fast. The guard reached for the radio but another guy threw a rock at him, turning him into a pool of blood. The group of guys moved on, leaving a bloody trail behind them. Meanwhile, the students joyfully greeted the headmaster soaring through the sky on a golden sword. Wah! The ability to fly on a golden ball can only be achieved after reaching the golden pill. I hope I can reach the golden pill as soon as possible. An elderly man with long gray hair, glasses, and a mustache under his nose descended from his sword. It was the headmaster of Caillou in school. His name was Wu Dafa, and the wounded girl only managed to say one word, Yarmangand. Then she finally lost consciousness. For starters, help her, and we suspend the 100th Martial Arts University entrance trial ceremony. Oh, something serious must have happened. It hasn't been done since the school was founded. All the students panicked. I hope this doesn't affect our entrance exams. The headmaster has taken the stage. Students, behave yourselves. The school has just received news that the Jormungand Order is involved in this incident. Let's ensure safety. We're restricting access to the school's free exit. Please don't be heroic. Every supervisor must ensure the safety of the students. They must follow all instructions in an organized manner. Jormungand Order. I heard you. You are the order that will even go to any lengths to get what you want. They are the exclamation points. I heard they don't hesitate to get rid of cultivators. How scary. All the students ran in panic. Why did they come to Wuji City? We will be fine, won't we? Suddenly, Su Lai was grabbed by someone's hand. It was Lu Zheng. Where are you going? Let's go, it's for your entrance exam. Su Li, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. What kind of opportunity? There's a bounty on this mission in Wuji City. It's all about the Yarmungand planning to invade our school. The reward is $1 million. If you catch them, the Martial Arts University will definitely see your power and will definitely accept you. She joyfully showed the wanted poster. How did you know about this? My parents are law enforcement officers and told me to be more observant. Don't worry, I will find people who can help you. We will split the reward equally so everyone will be on the plus side, because in addition, you will definitely be able to join the Martial Arts University. She gently blew on his ear. Su Lai threw the poster away and walked away. I won't go. I want to go back to the dormitory. The girl remained embarrassed. I am still in the purification stage. If I go to fight such murderers, I will definitely die. Do I look like a suicide? It was so merciful of me, but you don't appreciate kindness at all. Idiot. Teacher son, bad things. What's wrong? Ju Tao and Su Lai had a fight, broke a few ribs, vomited blood, so they're exhausted. Did they get help? Take me away, Su Li. He's still clearing Suiki, obviously not equal to Ju Tao. The teacher summoned a flying sword and they and the fatty's friend flew together. Meanwhile, the men's dormitory, 3rd year building Caillou in high school. The current mission is to kill the Caillou in high school entrance exam monitor within 24 hours. His name is Huang Heapo. To lurk, the teachers will definitely not think of looking for us here. You are basically the only ones responsible for this mission, judging from your cultivation base. The blonde-haired stalwart placed his hands on the shoulders of his charges. Even if you run into 5 or 6 teachers, you can still easily deal with them, so you can handle the observer too. If the situation from the past happens again, and let someone leave, the consequences will be severe. Let's go. The guys ran. Meanwhile, Su Lai was in his dorm room on his phone. I can assume that my post is becoming popular and is already gaining comments. Martial Arts University Dormitory, Room 101 High, I'm Meng Hui with a basic level of cultivation. I don't think it's possible to be at the 10,000 level of Kai purification you're talking about. But I'm telling the truth. First of all, you must realize that once you reach the 10th level of Kai refining, no matter what your skills are, you form the foundation for cultivation anyway. If you really have the 10,000 level, somehow you say, then your energy must be inexhaustible. If that's the case, it turns out I have a very large reserve of energy. Am I invincible? Nevertheless, I suggest that you check the validity of the instrument used to make the measurements. And why should I respond to this kind of message? The current applicants are some crazy people. Whatever, no one believes me. Su Li left the room. Wow, it's too quiet in here. Better go to the safe place in case the Yarmungand order shows up. but suddenly a guy with a neck tattoo appears from around the corner. Are there supposed to be people here at this hour? Who's that parasite? Their eyes meet. Who is this guy? Why do I think I haven't seen him before? Luckily, I'm wearing my school uniform, otherwise I'd get caught for sure. I'm supposed to get points for wearing this kind of uniform. Shit, I forgot to cover the tattoo, he must have recognized it. Hey, man, you saw it. Why? Yeah, I did. In that case, there's no way out, I'll have to kill you. The tattooed guy's eyes turned red and a red aura appeared around him. He ran at the protagonist. You're only a purification level, if you run into me, you can't survive. Why does that sign look so familiar? That's right. He remembered the Yarmingyan poster. Su Lai barely dodged the punch. The punch knocked out a wall far ahead. He must be at the peak of the foundation. If he hits me, I'll die instantly. It's over, I can't even defend myself properly. The opponent brought both fists over Su Lai's head. But there was a burst of energy. The guy with the tattoo flew backwards. Is he really at the level of Kai purification? I've never seen this kind of energy even in the golden pill. Kid, how dare you act like this when you're at the Kai refining level? You've made me angry. The tattooed guy ripped his shirt. Meteor lion fist. I'll definitely kill you this time. The tattooed guy throws a punch. All that's left is defense. Red-blue energy collided. What's going on? My power seems to be absorbed. I can't move. Does he really have endless energy? Su Lai retaliates with a punch straight to the face. He flew up. The opponent flew far into the wall. Is he unconscious now? What's wrong with him? How could I defeat someone with a foundation? There must be something wrong here. Is it because there's too much energy? If it's like you said, and your sense level has really reached 10,000, your energy is endless. Plus, during the battle, his blood started to boil. If he took some kind of medication, I think he might have had a myocardial infarction. Yes, that's right. I'm just lucky. I better not leave him here in case the allies see him. First, hide the body, then I'll go to Master Sun to discuss it. Su Lai dragged his opponent by the hair. Meanwhile, in the training building, the teacher and the fat man's friend flew to the building. Teacher Sun. Teacher saw the fat man unconscious. What could have caused such a destructive force? Teacher, he took out a pill from his pocket and gave it to the fat man. Tell me, what happened? Teacher Sun, a thought and a fight. I didn't think he would be so serious. When I realized it, I was already sent into the wall. A person with stage 3 suffered from Kai purification. That's just impossible. Master, he's still at the Kai refining level. How could he defeat Ju 2? He must have used sneaky methods. I've been teaching you for 3 years. You think I haven't figured it out yet? You're capable of more than that. Take Ju Tao to a safe place for starters. I'll take care of it. Goodbye, Master. The guys were smiling evilly. What happened? A girl appeared with a bandage on her arm. Nothing, just a student altercation. Teacher Sun, the headmaster has upgraded this mission to rank A. The assassins have reached the 3rd level of grounding. They also carry deadly weapons. Be careful. There's been a minor mission in the last few years. The Yarmingen must be well prepared. Observation room. Su Lai, pray you don't meet me in your next life. Ju Tao was aware that Su Lai had a problem. Besides, he used to be number 2. What kind of unbalance? The teacher watched the fight between the guys on the CCTV and how Fatty flew into the wall. What? Su Lai defeated Ju Tao, who is at the 3rd level of groundwork. Sudden strikes. A sudden burst of energy occurs, which leads to a critical energy value. A random pulse is generated, which can defeat an opponent whose rank is an order of magnitude higher than one's own in just one strike, and there are very few cases of this kind. Su Lai has a good ability. Need to help him with enrollment in a martial arts university. Suddenly behind the teacher, one of the members of the Yarmingand holding a dagger in his mouth appeared on the ceiling. The teacher saw the dagger glowing in the reflection of the monitor and couldn't react to the attack in time. The enemy jumped from above, but the teacher concentrated energy in his hand and put up a barrier. The knife broke. The enemy jumped back. Originally, I just wanted to find some information in the observation room. I didn't think I'd meet anyone. The guy had a tattoo on his neck, so they pretended to be students to get in. I can't let you live. Everything around the criminals glowed with yellow flames. The teacher got into a pose and barriers appeared around him. The opponent threw several blows, but the teacher blocked them all. Dead man, you're going to be like a turtle. Suddenly the teacher stopped his fist with his palm and with his other hand concentrated energy and hit the opponent's stomach. The opponent flew aside with all his might. Blood flew out of his mouth. The opponent wheezed. So strong. Well, there's no other way out. He took out 2 smoke bombs and threw them in the room. Headless, I'll get even with you later. The smoke bombs exploded. Well, report that the Yarmingand has infiltrated the campus. The dormitory. Why hasn't Wang Hedu come back yet? There were 2 members of the Yarmingand group in the room. Their names were Liang Yonghui and Ma Jixiang. One of them was smoking a pipe. He must have been discovered and killed. Wang He is a rank 9 cultivator. He can just be killed. I'll go after him. He just got to the gold pill rank and he's already braving it. But nothing, Wang He and I will catch up with you. The guy with glasses comes around the corner of the corridor and saw his comrade in arms being dragged by his hair. Wang He's dead. This guy must be bragging about defeating Wang He. It's not so peaceful. This guy must be bragging about defeating Wang He. It's not so peaceful. What can I do? I guess he's not a weakling if he can defeat Wang He by himself. I'm afraid I'll end up like Wang He. The man with glasses wrinkled his face. I guess that only leaves this. The man reached into his collar pocket and something glowed there. It was a gun. It's the latest weapon developed by the Jurmengand. It absorbs spiritual power and then abruptly throws it outward, increasing the power of the blow several times more than the usual power of cultivators. The tall blonde guy gave me this gun. The force of the shot will be more powerful than during the golden pill period. I will definitely defeat this kid. The guy took aim and fired. The shot was felt by everyone in the school. That's power, isn't that? The bullet hit Su Lai's head on the floor. The guy took off his hood. What's wrong? Why is the bullet in the floor? Where did that tin man come from? Meanwhile, in the dormitory, teacher son, I guess you noticed the power fluctuation too. I think it's the work of the Jurmengand. I was attacked by one of them in the study hall. They seem to be everywhere. Suddenly, the principal noticed someone running through the bushes. Who's there? Principal, teacher son, hello. A girl came out of the bushes. It was Lu Xing. How did you get here? I was looking for Su Li. I'm afraid he might be in danger. What are you saying? Su Li is still in the dormitory. What can we do? He must have encountered the Yarmingen members by now. Master son, please don't be reckless. A person who releases such energy is at the rank of a golden pill, no less. But one of our students is still inside. We must help him. Even if Su Lai uses the same technique as when he fought Zhu Tao, his opponent is at the rank of a golden pill, so it won't help him. The headmaster coughed. As the headmaster, I can't leave it like this. I will go ahead. The headmaster drew his golden sword and everyone else drew their weapons as well. Su Lai saw the person shooting at him and thought, did that person fall out? He has a revolver in his hand, maybe he's trying to kill me. The guy with the gun panicked. Hurry up, move. It didn't work, I've got to get away. He'll attack me, he'll torture me, my death won't be painless. What does he do? First he's throwing iron, then he's beating himself up. Does he want me to run away from him? The guy's clutching a dented bullet in his hand. I'm grateful to you. I may not be able to defeat you, but I can't leave it like this either. Su Lai got into a pose. He swung the iron. I'll use this crumpled bullet as a distraction, and then I'll strike and defeat him. I'm giving it back to you. Help me. The bullet hit the shooter. Why can't I move? The bullet went through his head. Did it work? Maybe I have talents I never realized I had before. One was hard to deal with, and now there's another one. Now there are two corpses lying in the corridor, and he noticed the fire pistol lying nearby, so he ran over to it and picked it up. Looks impressive. I'll take it, maybe use it later. What's wrong with this guy? How could he kill Wang He and Ma Jixing? Another guy was silently watching from around the corner. Fighting face to face is certain doom. But if I leave, it's also death. Attacking sneakily is also risky. His arms showed swollen veins and purple energy. Are there any students upstairs? Answer me. Damn, someone from the golden saw wielders came. We have to leave. The energy in his hands subsided. Su Lai slipped the gun behind his belt and covered it with his sweatshirt. What should we do? From the sound of his voice, it's the principal. If they see this, they'll think I'm one of the members of the Yarmingand. I know, right? We just have to improvise. He's dragging one corpse to the other. We need to make it look like they attacked each other. Brilliant. Suddenly, the director comes running out from behind. Su Li, where did you come from? What are you doing here? The main character laughed. Meanwhile, a guy with purple hair jumped out of the building. He put his hand on the wall of the building and purple energy appeared around him. We've got to get to the bottom of this. Throughout the building, portals with monsters had supposedly appeared. Principal, teacher son, the head teacher, have you come too? It's over, they'll figure it out. Su Lai, what is this? The principal looked at the two corpses. Then their gazes crossed and the principal glowed with energy. Director, it's a mistake. I'm really scared. I'm afraid the principal might do something. Su Lai is still in the Kai refining stage after all. I think someone else is responsible for the death of these people. Go away, or you might be in danger at any moment. The principal touched the corpses with all his energy. They're at the foundation stage. Could someone have killed the two of them at once? His body wasn't transformed, often subjected to fights, year-round nerve-stimulating drugs. Cause of death, it's the rupture of the soul. Then he approaches the corpse that was shot. It was a fatal blow. The person who inflicted it must be at the level of a gold pill, no less, so Su Lai had nothing to do with it. He looked at their neck and saw a snake-shaped tattoo. It's the members of the Yarmingand. The principal frowned his face and stuck his sword into the ground. I'll have to see if I can find any clues. After all, the members of the Jormungand wouldn't have come here for nothing. The headmaster put on his gloves and started going through some pills that were near the corpse. Director, I'm not being very convincing. If you don't need it, give it to me. Maybe I can use it. Suddenly he pulled out some kind of red square. Is that a tetragonal seal? No one else knows how to open it but a specialist. The material is very hard, so you can't just break it. Teacher, send it to the lab later where it can be opened. The principal handed the seal to the bald teacher. Good. Suddenly, the seal falls out of his hands and falls to the floor and then rolls towards the protagonist. Hitting his shoe, everyone is surprised. Broken. Is Sulai's energy raging again? It's on its own. Did they say it was hard to open? Then why did it open so easily? Inside the seal was some kind of microchip. The director grabbed it out of his hands and tried to read it. The cipher isn't too hard. I think I can figure it out easily. Suddenly the switchboard opened. It opened. A hologram with a hooded man popped out of the switchboard. After Juan Hayabo, the monitor of the entrance exams, arrives at the school, you must send 2 men to distract and kill the monitor, and the rest must destroy the energy collection tower according to the original plan. The hologram disappeared. The target of the German was not the observer. Their true mission is to destroy the energy tower. Once the tower collapses, about 60% of the buildings will be unusable because no power will flow into them. The energy stored in the tower will immediately burst out with the force equivalent to an atomic bomb, spreading to the entire city. Their real target is Woodsy City. Director, I have a question. If that's the case, then how could such important information be in the hands of the wrong people? Yes, the information could be fake, to cause panic. Regardless of the validity, we must protect the tower. It's a matter of the safety of the entire city. If we do nothing, all cultivators will fail. Yarmingen, the principal's hair stood up in anger. Such power from the golden pill. The principal stuck his hand in his pocket and pulled out his phone. 264 unread messages. He tried to send a message but saw the message. Failed to send message, please try again. What's wrong? Split up. Everyone ran in different directions. The director ran out to the staircase portal. The staircase downstairs disappeared. Su Li was about to go there when the principal stopped him. Don't go, it must be a Yarmingen tricks to trap and cut off contact with the outside world. First we need to find out if we can get to other places. They turned around and ran to another place. But meanwhile a monster started to come out of the portal. They ran back into the corridor but found that there were no more corpses. The headmaster felt the place where they were lying and said, the floor is covered in dirt. Besides, there's nothing else. It looks like the body just disappeared. Besides, we're on the wrong floor now. How can we be? But we definitely came back the same way. Su Lai and Lu Xing looked around and noticed that the principal and teacher had just disappeared. They immediately realized what was wrong and Su Lai grabbed the girl's hand. Her face turned red. The principal and teacher's son are gone. We can't split up. We must stay together. No one is there. Together. Stay together. The girl's face was getting redder and redder. But suddenly a monster crawled behind them. It jumped right behind them and opened its mouth wide. Then it almost swallowed Lu Xing. He grabbed her hand and they ran away from the dragon-like monster. They saw an open door and decided to run in. Hold on, you can't let it get close. They moved a bunch of equipment to the door and blocked it. The wall around the door was a little cracked. They sat down on the floor and exhaled. We're safe, are you okay? Sure. Her face was very red because they were still holding hands. The monster's eyes lit up. Into the room, Su Lai took out the blazing revolver that he had taken from his opponent a while ago. I almost forgot, I don't really know how to use it. I think I can only use one thing. He pointed the gun at the dragon and fired. A red ball appeared. It worked. The dragon fell down. The girl asked, where did you get this? I found it from the Yarmingen people. I forgot to give it to the headmaster. But what the hell is it? It's so creepy. Sharp angles, like the blade of a hand. If I think right, it's a horned dragon monster. Description, mobile body, head covered with protruding horns, also very sharp, most often live in groups. What? It's a monster. It's a kind of social monster, if you can call it that. That means there can be 5, 10 or even more. Let there be one left, we'll have a chance to get out. They started to move the equipment away from the door. Su Lai looked at the sad girl sitting on his lap. But don't worry too much, I think it will still be fine. Once we find the source of the dragons, I think we can restore the dormitory to its original state and get out of here. Besides, didn't we just deal with one of the monsters? Calm down. I won't let the Germangan's plans come true. Meanwhile, one of the Germangan members sneezed. Another member of the organization was next to him. They were at Kaiyuan High. How is our plane going over there? The guy with purple hair took a drag on his pipe and said, Wang He and Ma Jixing are dead. Dead? How so? They were too careless and underestimated the enemy. Su Lai looked like a real demon in Liang Yonghui's eyes. I've never seen such strong people. I hope I never meet him again. No, we should definitely report everything. The other guy stopped him. You can't say anything. If the commander knows that we couldn't even deal with the disciple, he will definitely get angry. What to do? The thing is, you haven't seen the commander's actions. If we don't complete the task, we're finished too. But don't worry, I trapped that student's headmaster Kayueni. Now nothing will stop us. If we complete the task, no one will even remember about these dead too. Let's go. They looked at the map of the school. Meanwhile, the monster is running down the corridor of the school. The protagonist put his ear to the door and listened. Now, let's begin. He grabbed the girl by the wrist and the gun with the other hand ran out into the corridor, then he shot at the monster. The shot was so strong that it immediately blew off the monster's head. If you look at the picture of the action in the dormitory, you get the following. On the 8th floor of the dormitory is Teacher Sun and the headmaster. On the 2nd floor of the dormitory is Su Lai and Lu Xing. It's strange, it's been a long time and we still can't decide where we are. Teacher Sun and the principal are walking down the hallway. Anyway, we need to find Su Lai and Lu Xing as soon as possible, they might be in trouble. Teacher Sun and the principal use their strength to defeat them. Teacher Sun, I'll take care of it, you go ahead. Okay, the principal concentrated the golden aura in his hand and hit the dragon with all his might. Go to hell, it's been a long time since I've had such a good time. Meanwhile, some bald guy with a stick in his hand in the corner was trying to fight off the dragon. Don't come near me, just try it. The dragon swung his arm and broke his stick. Help! The guy closed his eyes and prepared to die. But suddenly something flew into the dragon's head and killed him. Get up, you're safe. The guy opened his eyes and saw Su Lai and Lu Xing. Are you alright? The girl bent down to the guy and extended her hand. You're here too. Thanks a lot. The main characters were surprised. You know me. You gave a speech at last year's admissions ceremony and you've always been a role model. Okay, why are you still in the dorm? Wasn't there a warning to move to a safer place? I overslept, and when I wanted to go out, I ran into a monster. All right, follow us and keep up. The three of them went around the corner and checked the stairwell. Look, they saw a portal that leads to Dragon Country. You two wait here and I'll go ahead. If I don't come back, run. No need to wait for me. The protagonist handed Lu Xing his gun. Take it. If you find yourself in a dangerous situation, use it. Good. Take care of yourself. You have to be more careful. You've been asleep for a long time and then suddenly woke up. Su Lai walked towards the portal. It seems that this portal is the main reason for the dragons in the dormitory. If you destroy the portal, everything will go back to normal. But suddenly a dragon came out from the side and swung. The protagonist jumped aside. It was an unusual dragon. It was black and glittered with something red. Lu Xing and the bald guy saw it. The other dragon sleeping on the other side of the portal didn't wake up from the sounds. It seems that the portal doesn't transmit sounds. We have to make a decision quickly, otherwise the monsters might wake up. The protagonist concentrated energy in his hand and swung at the dragon. He hit it, but nothing happened. What? Why did my power evaporate the moment I touched it anyway? The dragon hit it and it flew away. What can I do? It looks like Su Li is no match for him. Calm down, Su Li is in danger. I'm the only one who can help him, so don't panic. This red-haired monster is different from the previous ones. The outer shell can't be penetrated by its own strength. My normal attack won't make a difference. The girl fired her gun. 0 damage. How come it didn't work? The main characters shouted, Lu Xing, run. She keeps shooting at it but no effect. Stay back. The dragon almost swallowed her but the protagonist grabbed the dragon from behind and blue energy flashed around it. Your opponent is me. I dare not get distracted. Let me walk you home. Grabbing the dragon, the protagonist turned it around and threw it with all his might in the opposite direction. The dragon flew into the portal and woke up the dragon sleeping inside. Suddenly all the dragons ran towards the portal. The protagonist concentrated the energy in his hand. You better be on the other side of the portal. He hit the portal and cracks appeared. The portal began to tighten. Goodbye. I hope we never see each other again. The dragons were angry. Kai Yuan, the sports field. One of the members of the Mangan is walking on the roof of the stadium. He's planted a bomb near one of the beams. It won't be long before you know your true power. Hey, what class are you from? A voice came from outside. All students had to evacuate. Didn't I notify you? What are you doing here? It was the local teachers. What a hassle. I wasn't going to do much, but I guess there's nothing I can do but. His eye lit up. The teachers saw a snake tattoo on his neck. This man is a Yarmangan. We need to alert the others. One of the teachers put his hand in his pocket as the enemy began to attack. Red balls of energy concentrated around the enemy. Dark flame, with a high-speed fist strike, spiritual power is used to distort space and produce fluctuations. The two insignificant people were not so lucky. The teachers concentrated their energy together and struck together. Take that. Joint cultivation. Joint cultivation is a type of cultivation that combines the strength of 2 or more people to make a powerful attack. Damn, the previous technique consumed too much energy, and Dark Flame is also using up a lot of energy, so there's not much energy left. The member of the Yarmangan jumped aside. From above him, the teachers jumped on top of him for another attack. The guy with purple hair jumped back once more, but another teacher was waiting at his side to deliver a leg kick. He blocked the kick. Shit. The teacher swung his fist. I can't go back. Suddenly, a German jock appeared between him and the teachers. One more. What are you afraid of? Just kill them. The teacher ran up with a swung fist towards his new opponent, but the new teacher simply chopped him in two with one hand. The second teacher ran up to the opponent and shouted, "Your opponent is me. Are you looking for death?" The jock kicked from the teacher's leg and punched him through. He flew off to the side. Commander Aoyama. The blonde jock's name was Commander Aoyama. He's the German commander and the owner of the Golden Pill. Meanwhile, at the Kaiyuan dormitory, things were finally back to normal. Su Lai fell to the floor. The strange spiritual power had disappeared. He took out his phone and saw a message there. "Hello, you have a payment arrears. Please refill your account on time. The signal has been restored. We've been locked in here for too long. I can't even begin to fathom how far the Yarmangand have progressed in their plans. We need to gather all the teachers as soon as possible. Teachers to head for the tower immediately." 6 teachers on flying balls gathered at the tower. Special teacher Lu Cheng said, "I think everyone has already received the principal's message. We need to guard the energy gathering tower." Nearby stood teacher Yuan Zhen. "Understood. We can't let the members of the Yarmangand infiltrate." Teacher Chen, "Have you contacted the other teachers?" Teacher Sun and the principal are together. They are on patrol. The other 2 are out of contact. Shit. You almost got overpowered by 2 at the foundation stage. What a shame for a member of the Yarmangand. Commander Aoyama grabbed his ally by the neck. "Commander, I'll explain everything. If that Kai refining level student hadn't killed Wang He and Ma Jixing, if not for this, I would have accomplished the mission long ago. One person at the C-Sense level killed the 2 of them who were at the foundation stage. You expect me to believe that?" Aoyama squeezed his ally's neck even tighter. "Commander, please reach one more chance. It's almost finished. All that's left is the energy collection tower." He showed the commander the switchboard. "You're proving to be a little more useful." He grabbed the comm and let his ally go. "Okay, leaving the tower to you, so you can make it up to me." The commander clapped him on the shoulder. "Even if you die, still lay the last bomb, only then will the Yermangan mission be completed." "You got it. I got it." His face was terrified. Meanwhile, in Kaiyuan, the boys' dormitory. Principal, Teacher Sun. "Su Lai, why are you alone? Where's Lu Xing?" "We ran into another student in the dormitory. Lu Xing is escorting him to safety and left me to report to you." "What happened in the dormitory? Are you hurt?" "I'm fine. A portal was found under the dormitory. After destroying it, the dormitory is back to normal." "A portal? Looks like someone's been using the space link, in which case no wonder there's monsters everywhere." "Good job." Then the principal and Teacher Sun and I got on the flying balls and flew. "Hurry up and go to the safe zone." "So we need to get to the safe zone as soon as possible. Don't want to meet the Yarmangan people again." The protagonist ran. A student in the Kai purification period. He has Wang He's aura. The running protagonist was being watched from behind by a Yarmangan member. Was he really the one who killed R2? He jumped down right behind the protagonist. "Kid, why is Wang He's energy emanating from your body?" "His energy? What is he, a dog? How can he tell? And by the way, who's Wang He?" "One of the 2 I killed." The Yarmangan member put his hands together. "Wang He and Ma Jixing were too careless. I won't forgive you." Flames ignited around his body. "Anyone who dares to disrupt our plan will die. You're a member of the Yarmangan." "Shit, I can't see anything." "It's not fog, it's tiny particles made of spiritual power. It's like I'm surrounded by a barrier. I can't move." Each person's spiritual power is unique and it is related to people's cultivation methods and habits. Wang He was good at physical cultivation, so his scent mixed with sweat. The opponent rushed forward. "Got him." "Damn, how did he find me?" Suddenly, he was hit in the face and flew back into the wall. "I can't lose." "Wait, did he say he could sense energy?" "If I remember correctly, most of the trees planted near Kaiyuan are excellent conductors, and it's just about flowering season." The protagonist wiped the blood from his face. "This way." His energy surged upwards. "It all depends on how you smell it." "Too bad, the smell is mixed. Let's see how you hide." "How can a student beat me?" The protagonist's energy arrows are flying at the enemy. "Impossible." They pierce through him. Turns out flowers can be used as weapons too. "Well, let's see what goodies we can find," but the director isn't. "Which means it's all mine." The protagonist approached the corpse and began to examine it. "What's this?" He pulled out a figure with the number 8 in the shape of a snake. "Does it move?" He saw a hologram with a city on it. "Is that a tower?" He saw a marked target on it. "I get it, a moving yellow marker." Meanwhile, another member of the purple-haired Yarmangan continues on with his assignments. "Why are there so many patrolling teachers? Why is there a student here? Is the safe zone activated?" The teacher with large breasts mistook him for a student and ran up to him. The guy pretended like he was in pain and grabbed his chest. What's wrong? As soon as she ran up to him, he stealthily pulled out a revolver and pointed it at her chest, then fired and shot her through and through. You turned out to be a Yarmingen. The girl fell down. The guy said, "That's so unpleasant." Guy walked over to the girl's body and touched the wound with his fingers, then smeared the blood on his face. "Well, that's about how many lowly teachers you are." Next, he jumped further away to go about his business. At the same time, completely different place of the city was walking the school principal. He tried to call the teachers. 3 don't answer. The guy who had just killed a female teacher ran out in front of the principal. "Save me." All the students were supposed to be evacuated. What's he doing here? Student, what happened? "I got him." The guy stuck his hand in his pocket and pulled out a gun, but the principal reacted in time and set up a golden barrier. "That's it. It's a Dick Yarmingen. It's that easy." The bullet flew past the headmaster. The principal quickly sidestepped his opponent and kicked him in the back before flying into the wall. Looks like it hit him hard. The opponent pulled out a smoking pipe. "I didn't expect Kayuan to have strong people. Lucky." The opponent took some vapor into his mouth and exhaled it. "See you later." But suddenly, he felt someone's gaze on him. Blocking, another female teacher appeared, a fire chain in her hands. She chained the enemy. "Damn, what the hell is this?" The teacher's name was Yuan Zhen. "Are you running away? This is bad. I finally caught him." She pulled the opponent towards her with her chains, and at the same time, she pushed off the wall and kicked him. The opponent fell to the ground. The woman then kicked him in the face from a great height, landing. Damn, the opponent pointed a gun at her and wanted to shoot. She kicked even harder. The opponent dropped the gun. "I will avenge teacher Chen Ying." The principal turned to the woman. "Teacher, he is the only member of the Yarmingen we managed to catch. We need to consider the circumstances and not give in to emotions." The female teacher grabbed her opponent by the scruff of his neck. She tied him up and sat him aside. "The principal is examining the gun. Even my energy can't affect this weapon. I can't even imagine how many more weapons do the members of the Yarmingen have. The consequences could be unimaginable." The principal then called the teacher's hotline. "Attention, Yarmingen members are pretending to be students. Check anyone approaching the tower. Be careful, they are holding weapons capable of killing a cultivator. Take him to the training ground. I want to interrogate him." Meanwhile, we're at the training ground. The main character was walking there and looking at the hologram. Why is it flashing brighter? Could it be that the Yarmingen have hidden a treasure here? The protagonist looked around and saw several flashing displays. Isn't that an explosive device? "Students, today we're going to dissect the structure of explosives." He began to recall Teacher Sun's lecture. "Su Lai, come up and give a demonstration. Always remove the red wire first and only then the green wire, but never the other way around. If you remove the green before the red." At this moment, Su Li is just cutting off the green one. What's going to happen? Geez, I guess I made a little mistake. The green right activates the bomb, and the bomb explodes in his hands. We have to eliminate it before it explodes. Where's the red wire? The protagonist examined the bomb's device. There's only one attempt. Meanwhile, Commander Aoyama is also looking at the map. Xin Guan, what is he doing? Why didn't it work? Phew, the protagonist sat wrapped in diffused bombs. Finished. Now let's check it out. He looks at the map and sees an object approaching 55 meters. Shit, someone's coming. Too late. Su Li hid in the nearby bushes. He quietly repeats to himself, "I can't be seen, I can't be seen." Commander Aoyama of the Yarmingen came to the site of the explosives. He saw the protagonist's legs sticking out of the bushes. "Why haven't you dealt with it yet? What's the problem, Xin Guan?" The commander looked around, looking at the bomb. "The remains of the bomb. Get out. What kind of hide and seek are you doing here? I can see your feet." The commander got angry. "Don't blame me later if you won't come out." A fireball lit up in his hand. Meanwhile, the protagonist felt some powerful energy flying at him. That's energy. There was an explosion, but the protagonist was able to jump back. "If I'd slowed down a little bit, I think I would have been the bush." The commander asks him, "Who are you? Where did you come from and why do you have a badge?" "Oh, you said a badge? I got it from someone. If you find the owner, you can try to notify me. Yarmingen tokens are unique, you can only get them if the person dies. You dare to mock me." The commander hit the main character, but he dodged. The speed and power of the punch is not what it used to be. Could he be the owner of the golden pill? Is this guy only at the Kai refining stage? How could Estienne Guan lose to him? The commander jumped up and swung nakedly. This was a demonstration performance, now it's serious. The commander launched a kick, the protagonist barely blocked it and flew into a tree. Blood came out of his mouth, it hurt. It felt like all his bones were broken. The commander approached him. "Is that it?" "Yeah, you're only in the Kai purification period." He punched the protagonist once more, this time with his fist live. "Doesn't it feel good?" "Ha ha ha. Cost is pretty hard, but how I like it, ha ha." He took the pendant from the hands of the protagonist. "I made a mistake. How am I supposed to contact Liang Yonghui now? Let them dare to violate anything else." The protagonist picked up a rock. It was noticed by the commander. Still alive. Wow, that's amazing. The stone in the protagonist's hand lit up with blue energy. Hey, you decided to leave when you've had enough of playing? Is that what anyone does? Kaiyuan disciples are not easily intimidated. He swung a rock. Hey, you don't think you can beat me with a rock, do you? The protagonist threw a rock at him. You think you can survive? The commander caught the rock with one hand. Now, the protagonist started jumping around. He's hiding using distractions. Interesting. The protagonist ran around the opponent from behind and grabbed his hands around his waist, then lifted him up and flipped him head down. The opponent laughed. It's been a long time since I've met such an opponent. Boy, you're such a first. The t-shirt on Commander Aoba ripped, golden energy shone around him. You're dead. They lunged at each other. Meanwhile, on the training ground, the two teachers and the principal stood in front of the detained Yarmingyan participant. I'll ask a question. You better answer honestly. What is the purpose of infiltrating Kaiyuan? In any case, we have already accomplished the plan. There will be explosions in a few minutes. Explosions? Is the tower? Before the director could finish, the detainee laughed. Well, while here with me, all the actions are already going into activation mode. Ha. I want you to know the true power of the Yomungand. Hey, know your place, you're our prisoner. The teachers began to beat the prisoner. What's the status of the energy gathering tower? Just ask the teachers to investigate the tower to understand everything. In that case, the only way to make the school explode is to place explosives around it. The principal's face approached the detainee. Where are the explosives placed? Where is the switch? Tell me, how can I give you that information? If you plan to waste your last moments on me, I'll gladly give it to you directly. Suddenly, something shone strongly at their side. That's the power of the golden pill. Meanwhile, in the Kaiyuan safe zone, what's the situation outside? There have been several explosions. We can't go out until the teachers say so. Aren't you making trouble? We'd better stay here, it's safer. Yeah, don't worry, this is the safest place. The energy can withstand even the strongest attacks. Lu Xing remembers Su Lai telling her, go to the safe zone, I need to talk to the director. Su Lai was going to come here, why is he still not here? She's trying to call him on the phone. I hope nothing serious happened. She bit her fingernail. Pick up the phone. Sorry, the caller is out of range. What to do? Suddenly he met a strong enemy and couldn't resist him. Her eyes began to water. She ran. Su Li, nothing bad should happen to you. Meanwhile, the protagonist continues to fight Commander Aoba. Damn it, I'm no match for him at all. Why do I feel a constant flow of blood in my body? It must be that my body hasn't been this agitated in a long time, or there can't be any other reason. Boy, you're not my opponent, don't waste your strength. You better stay my hostage. Hey, look, someone's coming. Su Lai pointed his finger in the direction. You can't fool me, there's no one here. The explosion should have gotten the attention of the principal and the others, right? Director, hurry up, I can't take it anymore. Suddenly, behind the commander, something really shined behind you. It's bad, someone's really here, and the owner of the golden pill. He's doing it on purpose. He's deliberately delaying me to create a fluctuation in energy to attract people. I've been fooled. 3 teachers with flying swords and the headmaster appeared nearby. Among them was the hostage from the Jormungand group. Surrender, all the members of the Jormungand except you have been destroyed. Your comrade in arms has betrayed you. The guy tied up next to him couldn't speak because his lineage was sealed. What a bunch of scum. The commander got angry. Now that you're all here, I'll deal with you all at once. Oh, why is my body pierced by a sharp pain? The commander fell to one knee and blood spurted out of his mouth. Teacher Sun, Teacher Lu, grab him. Teachers came from both sides. Teacher Sun kicked him in the back and Teacher Lu kicked him in the face from the front. Aoba flew into the wall. I didn't realize it was so amazing how long her legs were. Don't look down on the Yarmingand. We have a backup plan. Aoba pressed some button in his hand. Go, let's destroy Kaiyuan. Aoba left. After pressing the button, time passed, but nothing happened. What's wrong? Why didn't it work? Well, I'm sorry, but I dismantled all the bombs that were placed along the perimeter. You bastard. You ruined all our plans. You have no more trumps. If you surrender, we'll hand you over to law enforcement. Maybe you'll live. Do you think I'll surrender? Is that possible? Never. Commander Aoba is left alone against 5 men. Meanwhile, Li Sun is running up to Su Li. Su Li, are you okay? Your phone is not available. I was scared to death. I'm fine. The director and the others are here. It's already dangerous here. Why did you come? Her face is red. I was worried. Damn, you have one of the most powerful bombs among you. You don't know that. Commander Aoba laughed. What's he talking about? What bomb is there among us? Don't threaten us. None of you are leaving today. Dark energy concentrated in Aoba's fist. Break the seal. His ally who was tied up before was glowing red. Look at him. It's not good. The energy in his body is raging. The tied up guy broke his chains, his face contorted and his pupils turned red. He's about to explode. Get back. Watch out. The raging guy ran towards Lu Xing. Run to the principal's office and leave the rest to me. Su Lai grabbed his opponent and jumped aside. What are you up to? To return him to you, of course. He and his opponent jumped towards Commander Aom. If you continue, you'll die too. Don't even think about it, I won't accompany you to hell. Su Lai threw his accomplice at the commander. You can't, it's too dangerous. Teacher Essence, Teacher Liu, prepare for a defensive formation. We can't allow the scale to expand. Everyone get ready. All ready. Get out. Your target is them, not me. The heavens are ready. Energy gathering. The teachers set up seals and put up a barrier, but the protagonist was not in it. Lu Xing shouted and reached out her hand. Meanwhile, in the Law Enforcement Hall. According to the report, the system tracked a 6.0 coefficient explosion in Kaiyuan School with a blast range of 100 meters. An energy explosion with a 6.0 coefficient, but a range of only 100 meters. It looks like someone interfered. The old man with the monocle rubbed his beard. The explosion coefficient ranges from 0 to 10. 0 to 3 is a small energy explosion. 3 to 6 is a medium energy explosion. 6 to 9 is a strong energy explosion. 9 and above is the most powerful energy explosion. This explosion was made by the members of the Yarmangand. Come on, let's head to the Kaiyuan School. The grounds were smoking red. Commander Aoma was lying charred. The principal corrected his glasses. Even a person in the Yuanying period wouldn't be able to survive a blast of such powerful energy. Lu Xing cried. Su Lai. Suddenly, a guy's figure appeared out of the smoke. I'm fine. He had a smile on his face, but suddenly his eyes went dark and he started to fall. Almost. The girl ran up to him. Su Lai, wake up. Don't leave me. The principal put his hand on his chest and it glowed golden. Don't worry, I'm using energy to heal his injuries and moreover, he has protected his internal organs, there is no serious problem. Footsteps were heard from behind, everyone turned around. There was an elderly man and 4 beautiful women standing there. Principal, the law officials are here. Kaiyuan School is facing such a serious incident, I think you should have come a long time ago. It took too long to get here. Principal, I apologize, we're a little late. But don't worry, our department has always been meticulous in following the plans of the Yarmangand. My personal arrival is the best proof. I didn't think they'd send a man with a golden pill. And who uncovered him? A student of mine. A student? Is this the same student? An elderly man walked over and looked down at Su Lai. A student of the Kai refining period has defeated the Yarmangand member with the golden pill. Is that possible? Hey kid, are you feeling better? The elderly man with the monocle walked over and energy flashed around his hand. Can you see me? Yes, I see you have a lot of wrinkles. Is that what you see? No, you're looking the wrong way. Look behind me. The grapevine includes 7 leaves that can bear fruit. The lowest stage is Yuanying. The early and middle on the left indicate the stage of cultivation. The first fruit of the vine is the peak of the Yuanying period. What a great vision. Well, answer my question seriously. Don't try to hide the truth. What happened now is your handiwork. Of course, why would he lie about it? Go and get some testing equipment. This guy needs to be tested anyway. The girls obeyed. The lawman with the tablet pointed at Commander Aoma's pipes and scanned him. What's that thing he's holding? It's exclusive law enforcement equipment that can show the past using the energy of the deceased. But most are just fragments of memories. The old man is looking at fragments of memories. It's been a long time since I've met such an opponent, so attack. Am I hurt? Activate the seal. Get out. They're your target, not me. Well, I get it, but we'll take the body anyway. As for the rest, the director and I will handle it. Lu Xing, take Su Li and go rest while I still have some business to take care of. Okay, director. Next time don't be so reckless, you won't be so lucky again. All right, I get it. Every time I tell you to stop causing trouble. So much control. What did you say? I got it, headmaster. I won't do it again. Kai purification period. Interesting. 3 days later. Students, I think everyone knows about the Yarmangand infiltration into Kaiyuan High. Now that it's resolved, the entrance ceremony will be held again. I heard the golden pill holder was sent to the Yarmangand. How scary. Yes, I didn't expect to find such a determined person among our students. That student is really cool. The principal standing on the stage first of all wanted to say that you're our future, so it's up to you to cultivate yourselves. In the future, you'll be the ones to shoulder all the current affairs, so you should prepare for the exams carefully and strive to enter the most prestigious university. Secondly, about Su Lai's situation. He has made a huge contribution to the destruction of the Yarmangand, so he has earned a letter of recommendation from the law enforcement officials. Given Su Li's accomplishments and achievements, the school has decided to grant him a place at a martial arts university. Damn it, will it? I can't believe I heard that. How did he get in? I hope I'll be lucky enough to get in without exams someday. I heard there's even a letter of recommendation after graduation, so he'll be able to work for the law enforcement agency without any problems. That's so cool. That's awesome. Congratulations, now you have nothing to worry about. Haha, I'm just lucky. You have a great future ahead of you. Very much so. Teacher Sun's voice came from behind. Suli, how great, I congratulate you. But it's as it should be, your grades are great. Who else but you? Teacher Sun, wanted to thank you for teaching for so many years. I was always worried about not being able to lay the foundation. But you helped me find another way to enter. That's what I had to do. As long as you can enter universities, my efforts won't be in vain. But don't be too arrogant, take note. Well, go back and rest. I'll work hard, I definitely won't fail. Meanwhile, Sulai's house. I'm finally getting some rest. Although the enrollment issue has been solved, the main problem is still unsolved. How do I lay the foundation? Sulai was resting in the bathroom. Ding dong, ding dong. The doorbell rang. Someone pressed the bell button a lot of times, although there was a sign near the bell, don't press the button so often. Ding dong. It's late, who is it? I'm coming. Sulai quickly got dressed. He opened the door and saw a beautiful girl in front of him. Teacher Lu, it's late, what's up? The principal sent me. It's not good to expect, since the principal sent her to me at this time, I think he wants to give me an extra assignment. Teacher Lu, my body hasn't fully recovered yet, let's wait until school starts. He was about to close the door but the teacher broke it with her foot. It's about your university and employment, are you sure you don't want to hear it? Please come in. She put the envelope on the table. Here is a letter of recommendation from the Law Enforcement Bureau. After you graduate, you can join the Law Enforcement Bureau. However, they have a small request. You need to go to the Underground Guild during the summer vacation to gain experience. What? The Underground Guild, located in the underground city on the border of ferocious monsters, is considered a terrifying organization. The underground city is where countless criminals and illegal aliens gather. Murder, robbery, challenges not for life, lives are put on the line. Can't regularly gives out various reward missions, but they are even more limited, nothing gets done until you reach the goal. Very often guild members attach and kill each other. Sorry boss, you're too valuable. Done. If you go to the underground city, the question becomes, can you come back alive? Not to mention enrolling in a martial arts university. Please tell the principal that I don't need this letter of recommendation and qualifications to pass. I'll find another way to enter the university. Don't give up so quickly, I know you're worried that the underground city is too dangerous. So before I go, I'll give you something. This is a soul pill. Even if your meridians are severed and you're left on your last breath, it will save your life immediately. And this is a special chain mail. Wearing it under your clothes, ordinary swords, pistols, and bows won't be able to harm you. As long as you re-not an incarnation period cultivator, you can block a full blow. This is a rare treasure, but I'll have to constantly worry about my safety. The protagonists laughed. I think this kind of treasure should stay in your possession. The girl pulled out a card from her chest. Finally, a limited black card issued by the Underground Guild that can be possessed by a small number of famous personalities in the cultivation world. With it, you can pass through the underground city unhindered. She placed the card on the table. You're also keeping the black card with you. If this card is really that powerful, but it can be given away so easily, maybe it's a fake to fool me. Have you thought about it? It's not that hard. It's a real opportunity to prove yourself. Aren't you excited? This underground guild might be able to help you find a way to overcome the Kai purification period, and you'll be able to control your energy as freely as me. The teacher froze half of his room. What pure energy? Your body is full of energy, but it can't fully come out. Then you can figure it out. Just like the snowflakes I created, you can create similar ones. Right now it's just a blob of energy. If I pressurize it, it can take any form. If you give it any attributes, it can change its state. Before I came, had a word with your class teacher. You never cared about cultivation, but you are first in every test. It causes your environment to become extremely comfortable without any external pressure. Perhaps this is the reason why you can't go from the Kai refining period to the grounding period. Only when faced with trouble will people change. You just need to be pressured. The Underground Guild is dangerous, but the items and black cards I'm giving you can protect you as much as possible. The teacher ostentatiously showed a blood wave technique similar to a burst of flames. Believe me, this all guarantees your safety. The teacher's words sound quite reasonable. It's true that since I was a child, I haven't bothered cultivating. No matter who it is, I will provide myself with the best resources, so the growth rate is also very high. Is it possible that the reason why I can't overcome the Kai purification period is because I'm living too comfortable? If you still insist on refusing, I won't force you, but I'll take back the black card and treasure. The woman pulled the envelope, but the protagonist put his hand on it. I'll go to the Underground Guild. It's a big deal. I won't touch dangerous things, I won't take up a dangerous task, I'll ignore dangerous people. As long as I stay underground guild for 1 month, getting a guaranteed condition for law enforcement admissions, entering a higher institution will definitely be behind me. Then tomorrow morning at 10, someone will escort you to the underground city. The teacher left. The next day, ding dong, Lu Xing rang the doorbell. Wait, I'm coming. Oh, it's you. Why are you so upset? I'm doing my teacher's errand and escorting you to the underground city. Don't you want to prepare for the entrance test to the martial arts university? How will you have time to go to the underground city? The martial arts university is preparing for a possible famine period. This year there is a new method for the monster hunting entrance test, which I should familiarize myself with beforehand. But I heard it from my father. Others don't know. The underground city is more dangerous than you and I think. Don't cry to me when you get there. Let's see who cries. Let's go. Hey, you're going the other way? The underground city is that way. No wonder Teacher Lu asked me to escort you. Meanwhile, outside the underground city, if you're scared, I can walk you back. I'm not scared, it's just a normal physiological reaction. Okay, I know you have a lot of courage, mistress, then stick with me. Too close. The underground city appeared in front of them. This must be the underground city we're looking for. Meanwhile, there's a brother in the underground city. We stand guard here every time. No one can get into the underground city, but I don't even have money for a decent drink. One of the guards looked through his spyglass and said, "Brothers, look who's coming. It looks like these two are students. A couple on a date. Looks like we're in luck today. The guards are armed. Everyone get ready. Hello, open up." Su Li and Lu Xing have arrived at the city gates. We need to get into the underground city. A friend from above is attacked by the gate guards. This is the first time prey has come to me. Everyone assume a pose. A group of 4 guards have come down. They look very angry and not at all friendly. All the people of the underground city are illegal. Of course they won't be nice. Be careful. Follow me. Hey, honey, if you want to get in, you have to show your strength. Kid, if you know the rules, hurry up, otherwise you won't blame us later. Su Li put his hand in his pocket and pulled out a black card. Here's your advantage. Here. He threw it at one of the guards. Of course, this card given by the teacher is useless, but who knows, it might work. Concealed weapon. The card flew into the guard's head and he fell on his back. Brother, are you okay? You scum. How dare you hurt your brother? With your skills, it's good for you to learn concealed weapons. I just threw it. The card went into the guard's helmet and he's bleeding a little bit. You're not leaving today until you pay the compensation. It's a loss. Why is that? The guard looked at the map and was surprised. Suddenly he grabbed and ran up to the protagonist, then bowed and with both hands handed him back the map. I apologize, I didn't know it was so early in the year to visit us. I'll open the gate right away. Do you think he's sane? Why did I change his attitude 180 degrees? Hurry up and open it. Why? I said open the gate. Maybe it's because of the black card. Su Li took back his black card, a limited series of cards issued by the Underground Guild. These are for a small group of people. You can pass through unhindered. Is it really that easy to use? Looks like the teacher wasn't lying. Su Li and Lu Xing have moved on. Brother, shall we let them go? Have you seen the black card? Number 9. Belonging to the headmaster of Kaiyuan school. If we dare to provoke his students, I'm afraid we'll be in trouble. Every year, the headmaster sends a few students here to strengthen their abilities. As far as I can remember, more than half of them became powerful cultivators afterward. The headmaster has great intuition. But why did he send a guy who was in the Kai refining stage this year? I don't understand. They entered the underground city. The place is such a mess. Lu Xing took out a hologram map. Look, the underground guild is in the center. Once we enter the city, no matter which path we take, we will still be in the guild. The underground guild building looked like a huge grand cathedral. How cool. Wow. They entered the underground guild hall. People could be heard saying, "Where can I get a reward?" begging sign. I want to complete a level C task. Hello, please line up. Get out. There are so many people here. Please tell me, this is our first time here. What do we need to do? Su Li showed the black card. You are the black card holder. Please follow me. The underground guild counselor, a beautiful woman, escorted them. The surrounding people were surprised. Damn, a black card. And not wrong. He's so young, I didn't think he could possess such a card. At the reception desk, a girl handed the protagonist a phone. Hello, this is Principal Wu from Kaiyuan School calling you. Su Li, here are your main assignments for this month. If you want to survive here, you have to adapt to the rules. A hologram of the principal appeared on the display. I won't give you the exact order, it's up to you. I understand, Principal. Hello, Mr. Su, this is your card. The card said room number 307. We've registered you, please proceed to the first Coliseum. The card also said Coliseum VIP member Su Li. Coliseum. It looks like Mr. Su doesn't know about our guild's trial yet. The protagonist was embraced by beautiful female counselors on both sides. All members registering into the underground guild for the first time must fight to increase their abilities. Of course, the monster won't be particularly strong in the first trial, it will all work out. The Colosseum is underground, please follow this way. The counselors pointed to the elevator. They got into the elevator and pressed minus the 10th floor. It all leads down, that deep. There are 18 floors down. Yes, the deeper you go down, the more dangerous it is, please don't walk around alone. They arrived at 10th floor. Here we are, Mr. Su. This is the Colosseum. The doors opened and the protagonist's face was astonished. He watched the competitors fight against the monsters. All around, cheering crowds cheered the fighters. Hit him, take him down. The contestant took the bear to the ground. Victory, let's congratulate the champion. His name is Da Lai. Good job. In the victory against the brown bear, he's the winner. The betting crowd cheered. What a great way to get rich. So, you've enjoyed a great battle, I guess you're looking forward to the next player. Who's next? He's not that good. The youngest black card holder in the history of the Underground Guild. The crowd cheered. But how did he get it? How lucky I was to get tickets. Black card holder Su Li, welcome. What is it? Is it my turn already? Black card holders have special privileges. What a terrible privilege. The main character took off his jacket. Su Li, be careful. Don't worry, you'll be fine. He must be very strong to be carrying a black card at such a young age. Not to mention the previous one. Let me introduce the challenger. Black card holder, his name is Su Li. Cultivation stage, Kai purification period. Card number 9. Hey, there must be some mistake, or is our challenger really only in the Kai purification period? I'm afraid he's never even seen a monster. Haha, if the monster kills you, I'll make a fortune. What a punk. I hope he didn't steal the black card. Let's get started, it's time to collect the money. I've faced monsters before, even killed a few. Nothing more to say, let's start the trials. The cage opened. Red fierce eyes and sharp teeth were visible. Why would you release exactly this monster? The whole crowd was shocked. Not even a golden pill holder can handle it, let alone a person in the Kai purification period. I'm afraid the boy won't leave here alive today. Su Li, you must live.